brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Ravens and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches at the 37-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give just a little bit of space.
Double time. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Back to Taylor on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times the play caller just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Mike 17.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 38. He's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. This defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So from the 36 now. John Harbaugh never shied in bringing up the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how...
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to hold this early on, right? 3rd and short, they like to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Being chased out left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. He started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Working from the gun, Wentz. And now look at this. Big gain by Fuller. It's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Colts 28-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. First-round pick back in 2012. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down and 11.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've been lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions. And now they're at 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he hauls it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there just before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. He'll dump this off to Taylor complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Play action. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Play action. It's Jackson.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even...
After review of the play, ruling on appeal stands.
A touchdown originally, this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, throw left side complete. That's Taylor. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down, it's Taylor. Trucks over him. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Here we go. Here we go.
13
Here we go.
yards on the play.
Sometimes it's hard. expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Oh, he pulls over him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Wentz now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Wentz. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Carson Wentz, set.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Wentz now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got a bump down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Colts. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Santos able to take on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
That's it.
A great effort there. Let's go. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
They'll look to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
He likes being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers on the return.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? How about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
That catch good for only a couple.
A second and 8 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Parsons on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. You're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he will find his man Ruggs. There he goes left side. 20.
I'm only going to be able to carry it so far.
Way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Nice job, bro. Keep doing it.
Henry Ruggs, 99 yards. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. From the gun, it's Wentz. And a throw right sideline is complete. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action. Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Freddie Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And boy, we talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Rodgers to return.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch a slap.
Now Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
This game was decided a while ago. That completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angle.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. He'll get this one to Pittman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
26.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Trying to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And got his man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Now Jackson on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Jackson now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. In this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
See how they handle the waiting moments of this one. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, this game was certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will great.